আসসালামু আলাইকুম। বিসিএস ব্যাংক ও অন্যান্য চাকরির পরীক্ষায় ইংরেজি সাহিত্যের বিশেষ সাজেশনমূলক প্রশ্নের সমাধান পর্বে সবাইকে স্বাগত। আশা করছি ধৈর্য সহকারে পুরো ভিডিওটি দেখবেন। হু রোট রবিনসন ক্রুশো? ড্যানিয়েল ডিফো। দ্য মোস্ট ফেমাস স্যাটিরিস্ট ইন ইংলিশ লিটারেচার ইজ? জনাথন সুইফট। হু ইজ দ্য মোস্ট ফেমাস স্যাটিরিস্ট ইন ইংলিশ লিটারেচার? জনাথন সুইফট. The satirical travel narrative Gulliver's Travels was written by Jonathan Swift. Fill in the blank. Jonathan Swift is the author of dash, or Jonathan Swift is the author of dash. Gulliver's Travel. Gulliver's Travel is written by Jonathan Swift, who is not a playwright. Jonathan Swift. A Tale of a Tub was written by Jonathan Swift. A Voyage to Lilliput is written by Jonathan Swift. Gulliver, a man of average height, gets a new dash into the patience of human nature when he arrives the land of the dash. Gulliver, a man of average height, gets a new insight into the patience of human nature when he arrives the land of the Lilliputs. Pamela was written by Richardson. Richardson did not write The Funeral. Cato was written by Joseph Addison. The Tender Husband is a play. Who wrote the first English dictionary? The first English dictionary was compiled by Samuel Johnson. Dr. Johnson's full name is Samuel Johnson. Who is Dr. Johnson? An 18th century poet and critic. A lexicographer is a person who writes dictionaries. Tom Jones by Henry Fielding was first published in the first half of 18th century. Who is considered to be the father of English novel? Henry Fielding's. Who is the father of English novel? Henry Fielding. Village written in a country churchyard is written by Thomas Gray. Who is famous for his elegies? Thomas Gray. Full many a flower is born to blush unseen and waste its sweetness in the desert air. উদ্ধৃতিটি কোন কবির কবিতা থেকে নেওয়া হয়েছে? থমাস গ্রে. Edmund Burke belonged to 18th century. Who wrote a speech on East India Bill? Edmund Burke. Dash was both a poet and a painter. William Blake. Who of the following was both a poet and a painter? Blake. Who of the following is not a novelist? William Blake. The poet William Blake has compared the schoolboy to a caged bird. William Blake is dash. William Blake is an English poet who has written songs of innocence and of experience. William Blake. Blake had diverse interests. Blake saw angels in trees as a child because he was in love with nature. How did Blake view religion? For Blake, religion was a matter of inner feelings. Blake's art was an example of dash experience. Blake's art was an example of religious experience. Who among the following is not a novelist? Blake. The author of Songs of Innocence and of Experience is William Blake. One of the four mentioned below is not a poet of Romantic age. William Blake. Sir Walter Scott was a lawyer. In professional life, Scott was a lawyer who wrote patriotism. Sir Walter Scott. Which poetry is written by Sir Walter Scott? Patriotism. The Romantic age in English literature began with the publication of Preface to Lyrical Ballads. Ivanhoe is a novel written by Sir Walter Scott. 1798 থেকে 1830 সাল পর্যন্ত সময়কালকে ইংরেজি সাহিত্যের কোন কাল বলা হয়? The Romantic Period. Pioneers of Romanticism is or are both A and B. Wordsworth এবং Coleridge দুজনেই. Which is known as Romantic period of English literature? 1798 to 1832. The year 1798 is famous for publication of lyrical ballads. Most important feature of a romantic poetry is subjectivity. The later part of 18th century was characterized by intense love for nature. Romantic poets are so called because they are connected more with heart than with hate. Lyrical Ballads was published in the year 1798. Romanticism is mainly connected with love and beauty. Which of the following phrases but best characterizes the late 19th century? Arts for art's sake. The most famous romantic poet of English literature is William Wordsworth, who is known as the poet of nature in English literature. Or, which English poet is known as the poet of nature? William Wordsworth. The poem The Solitary Reaper is written by William Wordsworth. The Prelude is a work of William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth collaborated with Dash to publish the lyrical ballads. William Wordsworth collaborated with Coleridge to publish the lyrical ballads. William Wordsworth is Dash. William Wordsworth is a poet. William Wordsworth is preeminently Dash. William Wordsworth is preeminently a poet of nature. William Wordsworth was inspired by the French Revolution. William Wordsworth wrote the Lucy poem. Who wrote the poem about Lucy? William Wordsworth. Written in March is a poem composed by William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth wrote the Lucy poems. Who was a poet laureate? William Wordsworth. Child is the father of man is taken from the poem of Dash. Child is the father of man is taken from the poem of William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud is written by William Wordsworth. Why were the daffodils in Wordsworth's I wandered lonely as a cloud dancing? There was a strong wind. In I wandered lonely as a cloud, Wordsworth compared the daffodils with the stars of the Milky Way. They dash in never-ending dash. They stressed in never-ending line. Who wrote the following lines? All at once I saw a crowd or a host of golden daffodils. Wordsworth. 10,000 saw I at a glance. Who said this? William Wordsworth. 10,000 saw at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. What is the poet William Wordsworth referring to? Daffodils. What is the color of daffodils? Golden. Nature never did betray the heart loved her is a quotation from Wordsworth. The music in my heart I bore long after it was heard no more. These lines are from the poem The Solitary Reaper by Wordsworth. William Wordsworth collaborates with Dash to publish the lyrical ballads. Coleridge. Hasting day in two daffodils means hurriedly passing day. The last line of Two Daffodils is never to be found again. The word Jocund in I wandered lonely as a cloud means merry. In I wandered lonely as a cloud, the daffodils gave the poet a great deal of pleasure. Jocund company in Wordsworth, I wandered lonely as a cloud refers to daffodils.